Hey, what up, guys? So, on today's news, we're going to be talking about what is happening in Nigeria currently, and this is going to be solely about the politics of Nigeria, guys. So, if this is the first time you are seeing this channel, stay put because there's a lot of things that are happening in the country, and our president needs to sit up, guys. Now, I'm going to be showing you different videos in this video, but particularly, I'm going to be talking about Nnamdi Kanu. I'm going to be talking about taxation. I'm going to be talking about how students are coming out to riot and protest over increment in their fees, guys. So if this is the first time you're seeing this channel, guys, do not forget to like and subscribe. Now, guys, firstly, I'm going to be showing you this particular video, right? Now, this is not about seeking, but about what he's saying. Now, it is said that we have a new INEC chairman in the country, guys. Professor Jonah Ojo, he's now the new INEC chairman, and we are begging because all the suffering Nigerians are going through today, all the suffering we are going through as Nigerians today is actually because of our INEC chairman. So we are begging that this new INEC chairman should be a different ball game entirely, because we don't want corruption. We are tired. Well, I'll show you what Seeking had to say in this video.
Breaking news. This is our new INEC chairman, Professor Ojo Amupiton. Congratulations to you, Mr. Ojo. Mr. Ojo, listen to me real good wherever you did. They hear me. We are tired of all those INEC chairman who they whine us for many years, for one decade, from generation to another generation. Now you are the one appointed for this new generation, this coming generation. Make your hair correct. See, you are holding a public office. First, come on, go fair. We will not sabi talk for a year. No that. And now you are there to represent us, not person because now president appoint you. We know you are not there to serve the president, you are there to serve us. If you now go there and go and serve president, go and serve APC, you will hear from us. Emma Balejo, you will see us. You are there to serve us as Nigerians. Make sure you do your work. We want free and fair election. We don't want to say internet angle. We don't want to say server bad. We don't want to say they do this, they do that. We don't want story for this 2027. Make sure you mount your guard. You are doing your thing. You are doing your work where they appoint you to come do to serve Nigerians. Don't talk say we don't want you. We don't. Professor Ojo, we dey want you now. You are there to serve Nigerians, not to serve APC or the president who appoint you. You dey hear abi no hear? Enjoy.
Alright, guys, so the president of Nigeria actually granted presidential pardon. Now, this is something that our president did. I'm beginning to ask, is this what the president should do? Is this what he should be doing, right? Giving or paying attention to irrelevant things over relevant things in the country. Guys, I'm going to play this particular video for you so you can see for yourself what the president had to say to Herbert Macaulay, guys. Like, is this what the president is supposed to be thinking about now? Well, guys, it's actually crazy. I'm going to play this video for you for yourself so you can hear what the president had to say. Well, in a lighter note,
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the greatest president Nigeria can ever have. He just gave Nigerians exactly what we need. Listen to this. President Tinubu grants presidential pardon to Herbert Macaulay and 174 others. Herbert Macaulay, often called the father of Nigerian nationalism, was twice convicted by the colonial authorities in Lagos in 1913. Sir Herbert Macaulay died in Kano on the 7th of May 1946 in the course of leading the party on a nationwide campaign tour. President Tinubu has granted presidential pardon to a dead man. Somebody who has died in the 40s, he's getting a presidential pardon in 2025. This is exactly what Nigerians need. This presidential pardon is going to end insecurity in our country. This presidential pardon is going to give us 24 hours electricity. It's also going to fix our roads. It is also going to make our economy stabilize. It is also going to make foodstuff price go down. It is also going to reduce fuel price. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, we see what you are doing. We appreciate you, we love you, and we thank you. This is what Nigeria needs at this critical time. The only thing we need to survive, the only thing we need to make Nigeria better is granting Herbert Macaulay a presidential pardon. Thank you so much, Dagaban. We love you.
Oseni Rufai also had something to say to the president, a message to the president. I'll quote him a little before I even play his video. He came up and he was like, the president is supposed to explain Thai normally, because we don't want to even see your explanation. We don't want to hear you explain. We only want to see your works, right? So if you keep on telling us that you're working, we just want to see it. Because certainly you have bad advisors, or you have bad people who are around you who are not telling you the truth. Well, let's see what Oseni had to say about these guys.
I think they're not ready. President Tinubu, with due respect, sir, are not ready. If you don't want this strike, you know what to do to the people of the protest. Engage them. Tell your citizens, see, you know people used to say this thing, you go explain tire. As a leader, you must explain tire. The people did not vote for information minister or Mr. Bayo Onanuga that is abusing everybody, and now Mr. Peter Obi has instituted a suit against him. Then if he doesn't apologize for the 2 hours, he will sue him. Maybe Mr. Peter Obi was even listening to the show. You must engage. At first, you don't engage your people. You came, you don't engage. This President Tinubu has been president. How many interviews have you seen? Over a year. How many sit-downs? You don't engage your people. We don't know your mind. You come, you give recorded statements, speeches, well choreographed. That's not what the people want. They want engagement. They want to hear you, that you feel them. I put an option earlier on yesterday. I said President Tinubu can do a syndicated Twitter Spaces that's syndicated across every platform. Engage the young people. Have conversations. It's not by sending security agents everywhere to say, oh, remember what happened in NSAS. And for security agents reminding us what happened in NSAS, hell yeah, we also remind you of 2012. Why was there no violence? There was no chaos now. You shut the country down for 2 years. There was no chaos. So stop using NSAS as a benchmark. We had protests in this country in 2012. Nothing happened. So protests can actually be peaceful. Occupy Nigeria was peaceful, except for one killing of Demola Yaya Baton. In fact, people had carnival-like atmosphere at the Ganifa Wemi Park in Ojota. So stop bringing reminders of NSAS. Truth has to be told. A president needs to engage his people, and it's not these handlers that will keep speaking. President Tinubu, you still have the time now to do it. You still have the time now to do it. Don't let your advisors mislead you by saying, no, don't worry, we'll handle it. They are never in your best interest. Your advisors are in their own best interest. They think about themselves. You are just a tool to make their dreams work.
So guys, you have heard for yourself. Now the UNEC students actually came out in a protest. Why this protest, guys? It's simple. Now it's been said that 44 billion was allocated, yet the dean is billing them extra 30k each student. What for? What for, guys? These are some of the reasons why some of these people are not worthy of this post they handle, but yet they just leave them. How can the federal government give 44 billion, but yet you are still going ahead to increase the tuition fee of these students so as to extort extra money from them? But guess what? These students are refusing this time around. In fact, they are coming out in a protest, guys, like you can see in this video. I'm going to play the video for you so you see for yourself what is actually happening. It's sad, actually, guys. Now, Nnamdi Kanu, as like I've said, I've actually been in this shackles. It's the only way I can explain what is going on. If the federal government can actually sit to have a meeting, a peace talk with the bandits, the same people who are buying Christians and buying Nigerians around the states and the countries, and yet the federal government still made time out to actually have a peace talk with them. How much one individual who have been in their custody for how many years now? As a matter of fact, this man have been granted bail, but these people, for one reason or the other, they are still keeping him. I'm going to show you what Sowore had to say in this interview concerning Nnamdi Kanu.
I'm not shocked because I think on your show I once declared that Kanu's predicament, his ordeal, is as a result of some persons in the Southeast who took a decision that his release would jeopardize their political career and future. That I know as far back as when Tinubu freshly became president, because I was part of some conversation to release him. And they said at that time, Imo elections are coming. If it comes out, APC might not win. And subsequently, I realized that some of the communiques you see is just, word of mouth by day. When they go at night or when they meet Tinubu, it's likely that they have a different position. And when I started contacting them in the last 24 hours, I'm shocked. Some of them that I used to be able to reach just switched off their lines. The ones I sent messages never responded. I reached out to Soludo, who I know personally.
That's Charles Soludo,
who is the governor of Anambra
State.
State. No response till now. I reached out to Alex Oti. Alex Oti used to be a columnist for Sahara Reporters, so I know him personally. No response to now. The only response I got was the nominal response that no, we shouldn't have dragged us the way you did. Reached out to Peter Obi, they said he's in Rome. But I sent a message that, you can behave as Romans do too, just be part of this. But some have been encouraging Senator Abaribe. I reached out to him, he responded, he said, I'm in on this. And I know that Abaribe suffered when he was shorty for Kanu. In fact, I was sleeping on Abaribe's bed at the DSS in 2019, shortly after he was released, because he was shorty for Nnamdi Kanu. So the rep from his state at the House of Rep also has signed up. A number of persons have signed up, some of them publicly, but there is no unified response from Southeastern political leaders or traditional rulers or even the religious priesthood there, which many had expected would happen. But a lot of young people have signed up to this, and you can see that the Nigerian government is already pushing back because they've seen the response to be unequivocally in support of the release of Nnamdi Kanu at this time. I don't think they were expecting that such a response will be so favorable and swift.
Now you have seen for yourself. Okay guys, like I showed you yesterday, there was this protest that was happening at Ekiti State simply because of BAO, that is B-A-O. These people they're actually parties of the APC. But these guys also are coming out now because the APC was not what they expected or what they thought it would be. Now they are out again to protest against this upcoming party because they will not make the same mistake as they did the last time, guys. Sad. Now in this particular video you can see this particular guy analyzing how that the Nigerians are actually using lies to make us believe that our taxation or the money they are being deducted from our money or they will be deducted from our money is actually Nigerians helping the country and making the country a better place. But I'm going to play this video for you so you can hear what this young man had to say about that particular money.
5 fat lies of the supporters of the new tax policy. Number 1, citizens paying taxes will automatically lead to development. Loriro, big lie. Development is not a function of taxes. There are many countries in the world where citizens don't pay taxes, but they are far more developed. I'll give you a good example. Dubai, that our politicians run to, that they go to buy houses, their citizens do not pay tax. The citizens of Qatar don't pay tax. The citizens of Bahrain don't pay tax. The citizens of Saudi Arabia don't pay tax. Most of the Gulf states, their citizens do not pay tax. Oil-rich states like Nigeria, their citizens do not pay tax. So taxation is not an automatic license to development. It's a big loriro. Number 2, the new tax policy is better than the old one. Efe neto. Hey, Jesus. Big lie. According to the former personal income tax grade, they go from 7% to 21%. Then they will say, oh, they start from 300,000. Once you earn 300,000 a year, you are liable to taxes. True. And 300,000 as at 10 years ago when this government took power was equal to $1,500 if you use the 200 naira exchange rate as at then. Today, the exchange rate is 1,500. So 800,000, which is now the minimum income before you can be eligible for tax, 800,000 today is $530. It means that the person who was earning 300,000 naira 10 years ago is earning 3 times, in real times, the money that the person earning 800,000 a year is earning now. A fair nito. Big lie. Number 3, the rich will pay more, the poor will pay less. Okay, no. Big lie. Actually, the rich are specifically gifted in dodging taxes. Go and find out everywhere in the world. Have you heard about Dangote Foundation? Have you heard about MTN Foundation? Have you heard about Bills and Melinda Gates Foundation? Any money that goes to foundation is not taxable. And the big men know how to use it. They will employ experts in taxation, expert accountants to help them manage their taxes. And as a matter of fact, my final point here, a big man that earns 1 billion gets people to help him manage and ends up paying 50 million in taxes. He's still significantly better off than a man who earns 10 million and they collect 1 million in taxes. Yes. So, this one, okay, no. Number 4, once leaders know citizens pay, they will act responsibly. Mayan career, kai, big lie. Money does not tell which is from tax, which is from oil, which is from subsidy, which is from coconut, which is from granite, which is from any work. Money does not have, they don't write the source of a money on the currency. So if you have a governor, a president who is a thief, he will not know the difference between oil money and tax money. The important thing is that there's money there to be stolen and they will steal. So acting responsibly because citizens are paying taxes, Mayan career, big lie. Number 5, Nigerians will pay less taxes. Akaezuku, big lie. This is another big lie. If you expand the tax net and we bring in more fishes, do you think the fishes will be rejoicing or the fisherman will be rejoicing? Of course, the fisherman will rejoice. There's no nice way to pay money from your pocket. That's my point. Nigerians will not pay less taxes. If you have never paid tax in your life before, maybe the kind of job you are doing, like our auntie for Lekki, like our brother where they live for Lekki too, like our auntie for Iyama, like our vulcanizer for Junction where they make 10k a day, like our boat driver, like our bus driver and bus conductor, who never paid tax before. If you never paid tax before, all of a sudden, you can't need to pay tax in January. Are you paying less taxes or you are paying more? Is it better for you? Are you paying less or you are paying more? Of course you are paying more because your former tax is 0. Now, the minimum you will pay is 15%. In 2027, you go vote, have you no go vote? Put the answer to that question in the comment section.
Now, guys, you have seen for yourself, Nigeria is just a joke. But tell me what you think in the comment section. We're going further. Now, the World Bank happens to realize or notice that Nigerians are actually suffering. You know, they discovered that Nigerians are suffering and they came out and, you know, they were talking about how that 139 million Nigerians are literally in abstract poverty. But guess what? Our president, who knew that this is true, came out, you know, Now the president came out and, you know, he was actually saying that what the World Bank is saying is a lie, guys. You think this is actually something right to do, coming from the president of a country who actually went borrowing money, and now these people you borrow money from have seen that what you borrowed money for is not actually what it was used for. Well, guys, I'm going to show you what Very Dark Man had to say about this.
You see, this President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you will not cease to amaze me. This your government, it don't cease to amaze. We'll have to the cruise. And on ourselves, they used to do this cruise. Every time, damage control. So what Bank says? 139 million Nigerians living in poverty despite reform gains. What Bank says? You know the way AP says, reform, we have reform. The economy is working. What Bank say 139 million Nigerians are living in poverty despite the reform gains? President Bola Ahmed Tinubu can reply. Presidency rejects World Bank's poverty report, which estimated that 139 million citizens were living in poverty, describing the figure as unrealistic and detached from country's economic reality. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I don't know advise you to reply World Bank, but this is wrong. You dey go tell people where you borrow money from. Then they say you won't use the money better your country. Where they don't see what you use the money to talk say country poor. You say they no poor. Now let me take you back to 2024 and the money the last time where you collect money. Tinubu government borrowed $6.45 billion from World Bank. $6.45 billion. Now, what did you people say you're going to use the money for? Some of the projects under Tinubu include loan for power, $750 million for power. We still not get lights. We not get lights. Women empowerment, $500 million. Which women?
Una empower with that money. I've not seen them because the last time I checked, our mothers are still crying. They are still crying that they know they see food chop. People where they farm, they cry. Do you understand? The economy is not favoring anybody. And you people collected $500 million for women empowerment. Now let's move on. Girls' education, $700 million. Talk about ta la la la. Which girls? Which girl will I educate? Where are they? Where are they? Girl child? For Nigeria, $750 million. Now when I collect. Anyways, renewable energy. When I collect $750 million, renewable economic stabilization reform, $1.5 billion. That's what you collected. And resource mobilization reform, $750 million. What bank where you collect from? They don't see where to use the money to. They come talk say Nigeria poor. Do you know what it means? That they say 139 million Nigerians are living in abject poverty. Inside 330 million Nigerians where we get. They say 139 million. That means we poor die. That being said, there's another report. Nigeria has ranked as the country with the lowest life expectancy in the world. Say we did bye. Why Nigeria has low life expectancy? High disease burden. Disease like malaria, HIV, tuberculosis, and preventable infection remains widespread. Poverty, poor access to healthcare. We don't get good healthcare. Many rural areas lack hospital, medical staff, and essential medicines. And when they collect big loan, and you say what bank they like. This is not a report from World Bank. It's an African what's that? Environmental and security factor. Pollution and poor sanitization, unsafe drinking water, and poor hygiene lead to health complications. Conflict and insecurity, violence and displacement disrupt healthcare services and reduce access of treatment. So as you can see, lowest life expectancy, Nigeria might be number one. Beside how many countries? Nigeria is number one. You see what they outline? Conflict and insecurity. So these reasons, all these conflict and insecurity, environmental security factors, high disease burden, poor access to healthcare, all of this now make people like the cut short. And guess what? All these things are very, very avoidable if you can put the right things in place. And guess what? We also have the right things to be put in place, but we just have bad leaders. Nothing there where no they're achievable. Nothing. So basically, they are saying, according to the report, Nigeria has the lowest expectancy in the world, averaging just 54.6 years. Now, the person to live long for Nigeria, now 54 years. Highest, if it's too much, 60 years. Insecurity, disease, poor healthcare. See, I'm the list them there. And when they collect people money from and what bank talk, you say a lie. Now again, I say a lie. But I not be say I expect them to admit, because I've never seen, since they bought me for Nigeria, right? I never see government where invest in PR and damage control like this President Bola Ahmed Tinubu regime, and I've never seen. They spend a lot of money. They will rather pay you, me talk good about them, than me you work. That's why you go see, say different influencers. This is working, when I take patient and all. This government will rather pay you. They will rather pay. I mean, they can't talk true, but may God help all of us in Nigeria, man. At the end of the day, we might get it right. Anyways, please have Nigeria, you're gonna learn and you'll learn the hard way. Don't play.
So you tell me
police don't go flog no safety for checkpoint.
Now take a look at this military men, both the road traffic and Nigeria police.
So we hear zero safety people go mount up aside for police checkpoint. Now police people come tell them, say me they come up for there, say na there they do their road pass fast. Allegedly.
Guys, tell me what you think about the
police don't go flog no safety for checkpoint. So we hear zero safety people go mount up aside for police checkpoint. Now police people come tell them, say me they come up for there, say na there they do their road pass fast. Allegedly. Now those safety people tell police people talk say they know they come up for there, say na their turn, and then they tell police people say that place no be police people for land. Allegedly. It's all wahala, then begin to dig around. Police people tell those safety say they come out, those safety talk say they know they come out. Now those safety tell police people say make them to go join you for paper search. Now police people provoke, go back inside their car, go carry bulala, begin there. Those safety people bash this goes like small begin. Allegedly. I beg follow me, I share my bill.
Now, a lot of people had a lot of things to also say about this President Tinubu's acts. You know, I'm going to show you in the video also what Isaac Fayose had to say about that.
In a country where the worst of us are ruling the best of us, the worst people among us are ruling the best of us. We're in a country where people that are not smart are controlling the smart people among them. And we've been like this since 1960. That is why out of 220 million Nigerians, 139 million are facing multi-dimensional poverty level. in a country where the worst of us are ruling the smart, the best of us, and the smart are not allowed to rule. They disqualify the smart people among us to allow people that are not smart to control our system. And the result of that is more poverty in a country where the worst of us are controlling the best of us, and the people that are not smart are ruling the smart people. The result is multi-dimensional poverty system. That's why you have 139 million people living with abject poverty. If you minus 139 million from 200 to 220 million, you get the result. And the game is still on, where the worst of us are cleared, and the worst of us are cleared, and the best of us are disqualified. Even the disqualification letter, they forgot or they forget to sign the letter. May God bless Nigeria. Well done.
As a matter of fact, the kidnapping is still ongoing. In fact, it is now becoming an everyday thing that people goes into streets, into community, into local government, and just pick kids and just go with them, you know. But this time around, this guy actually went to a community in Warri, Delta State, known as Ugwoto community, and you know, these guys will not take it lightly as they caught him red-handed with the kids he was actually trying to do away with. So guys, my warning is to the parents out there: be watchful and be careful with your kids, because there are people out there actually waiting on you just to be distracted or, you know, get confused, and they will just take away your word, and that is it. So please, my advice is be watchful. So guys, these are some of the things that are actually happening in the country right now as we speak. So if this is the first time you see this here, like I said before, do not forget to like, subscribe, and also do not forget to drop your comments on the comment section.
See the children, oh. See the children, see the pikin. See the pikin, oh, see the children, Aboki walking up. See the children, oh, see the children.
So thieving of children don't reach Ugwoto. Ugwoto here, when you're beji. So thieving of children don't reach there. I want to know not near worry, I'm not going yo. Mona not near worry, not get joy yo. Ugwoto, Mona wake up, Mona shine on aya yo. The youths of Ugwoto, the youth chairman, the vigilante, the youths of Ugwoto, Mona shine on aya. They don't reach here. They don't want thief children for there. Thank God for this one. Say they rescue run. Thank God. Say they rescue the pikin. I want to say big shout out to the chairman and youth of Ugwoto, the vigilante, and everybody for Ugwoto. And God go bless una. Mona shine on eye. So na don't thief finish for Saple. Una thief for Saple, thief children for Saple. They don't pursue una. Una go enter Agbaro. Thief 50 something children. They go pursue una. Then na Ugwoto na carry come. And one una no enter worry o. Ugwoto youth mona wake up o. The chairman of Ugwoto mona wake up. Mona not lose guard o. This always be say the cash one so. Now be say be like the guys that dey inside the town o. If una see any face una not know, mona hold am, question am. Ask her if you not talk well, straight to police. Escort her come up on our community to police. I believe the chairman of Ugwoto and the youth. I believe on her. Mona not take rubbish straight. As una see the face, una don't know her. As una ask question, na straight to police station. Mona not waste time. Ubeji, no lose guard to anybody. Mona wake up. The chairman of Ubeji. Mona wake up. Everybody straight. Everybody mans their guard because these guys they don't enter na December everywhere COVID everybody had a shoe on money, so I beg on Mona not lose guard for them at all. No lose guard. By now, all the chairmen for different communities support get each other contact. Open a WhatsApp group. They talk how to protect their community against the TPTP of children. I beg on if not the God made the catch on this people for not go. The family for the cry December for not sweet. So now everybody had a shoe on money. Mona lose guard everywhere now. They are not taking on our way. Mona not lose guard. I beg on. They are not taking on our way. If you see face when you don't know for your community, hold on, answer question. Make a go meeting with Kosi. Mona know everything. If you not talk well, straight to police direct. Area command they don't enter, they don't go. They don't teach children for Ugwoto. You not allow your pikin go play with another friend for outside make it play for your compound. No matter your compound tomorrow, make your pikin there they play. Make your pikin there, my pikin they go follow friends, they play for that side. No, not be now. My pikin want to stay with my sister. No, my pikin want to stay with my brother, stay with my grandpa side. No, when you they look your pikin, they say, oh, I may not they play past 1 kilometer. Then you they see then you they see all these guys that they teach you, they chew crow. So when they look where I beg on. Even as soon as they look strangers well, so when I say they look indigenous well, because some indigenous that they show the road. Some night they show the road for the thieving of children for the community. So may God bless who got to chairman and the youth. In fact, I want to find who got to chairman. You know, so you get contact for here. I get to see him, talk to her, so that we go talk to communities on this thieving of children. I want to visit communities and visit their chairman. Make sure they know the strategy. Everybody need to wake up. Not lose guard. Ekma, Ubeji, Shagolo, everywhere. Mona wake up. Mona allow the enter warrior. Mona hold on hand strong. If you see face where you don't know, feel straight to police station. I beg you. Mona lose guard for these guys. They know the thief children. They don't got on the thief children. But thank God, they will catch all of them. You when the thief when you never touch, you better run come on the and change. If my fan touch you, if any commander find you, you cannot say they'll deploy police enter everywhere. Now if I touch you, and you know for yourself, our brothers, mona wake up, all the chairmen for different communities, mona mount, any face when I say when I don't know, straight to police station, I beg una. No lose guarding for anybody. Better state must better. Abamban leke, Oseni leke buke,